It's like being in a different world when you're inside those rings. There's only one person in front of you who's not budging, and he hits hard, and he's faster than you and stronger than you. And then the bell goes off, and then you go back to the corner. At that point, you can either quit or you can push through.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner at 175 pounds, and now three-time game boxing
First and foremost, I just want to go ahead and thank everybody for coming out to show support to us today. When me and Gary first moved in here, there was water on the floor. I mean, there was none of this. Everything you see here was not here.
Come on, let's go.
1, 2,
3.
Oh, come on,
this thing is broken.
No, it's not broken.
It's not broken. It doesn't do that.
Yeah. It was an abandoned space in the back of a leaky rec center, just above the hockey ring. Nobody had really been back here in years. But most people see an abandoned building as just waste. We see it as an opportunity. My partner, Gary Bloore, and I came in here and got to work.
We've created this whole Ironbound Boxing Academy as a vehicle to teach these kids that coming from tough circumstances is actually an asset, not a liability.
You don't want to hit it down, you want to hit through it. So I'm going through it. You get what I'm saying? Just last week, there were 4 kids shot just up the street from here. With the robberies, the guns, the violence. You can't live in this environment or come to school in this environment and not be exposed to the realities of Newark.
I'm not gonna get it, coach.
You gotta crack it. So where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
I don't know. I don't think that far. Hopefully alive.
Why wouldn't you be?
I get that tomorrow.
I served 5 years in the Marines, completing 2 tours, one to Afghanistan and another one to Japan and the Philippines. I've been mortared, I've been shot at, stepped on an IED, it didn't go off. Through my time in the military, I've lived a lot of different places. There's no place that compares to living in Newark. While I was at Annapolis, I had an internship at the St. Benedict's Preparatory School here in Newark. I fell in love with the place instantly. I just was fascinated by the fact that in this environment, there was an elite prep school that targeted young men of color, and I could only imagine where I could have gone had I had that support when I was younger.
One of the things I think about when I look at you is what are you going to have to suffer as you get older? You give your life away if you're not careful. So the advice for today is make the best of what you have today.
My mom raised me. I never even met my father. When I was at Annapolis, my mom suffered a stroke. She's been bedridden ever since. All right, that's good, let's go. To just keep my sanity, I started to really lean heavily on boxing. It's something I want to share to other people to help them become mentally stronger. Now everybody's favorite, jump rope.
What it takes to be a good boxer would take to be a good marketer, would take to be a good accountant, and that's really what we're trying to teach.
4-3-2. 7-3-2, come on.
And one of the reasons we call it the Ironbound Boxing Academy is we don't work out, we train. We ask them to commit to us like we commit to them.
Remember how I used to have to find you for practice?
Yeah.
Like you weren't as consistent? Why are you more consistent now? Like why do you try to find me now?
Like there was a time where like I was just trying to find what's gonna make me happy, and I tried the whole girls thing. That's not really gonna make me happy. But I found that boxing actually does make me really happy, and that's when I started being more consistent, finding you, finding the guys. Even when you weren't able to train, I trained by myself.
I'm golden. That's the ego from the Marines.
It was in a
You don't understand how cold it is right now.
Oh, I should have took this on the carrier.
My parents used to think that I used to not go to practice because I was never like stick to the sport and stuff. I used to swim, I used to do water polo, I used to do everything, but like, you know what I mean, right? Like none of those sports actually clicked with you. But boxing, once I started boxing, like it was something different. And I don't know what I might do afterwards.
A lot of their parents don't have cars, they don't have phones, they don't have all these basic things. And so it forces the kid to take on a lot more responsibility than they normally would, and that puts academics on the back burner. Hey.
Oh, they schmizzed. I'm not a fan of drinking, man. I had my Team Rebel days.
When I met Lima, he was always all over the place, just never really focused.
Today we're just going to go over all of page 49 and 53.
I did the second page. I didn't do the first one.
He comes from a big family from Peru and never really had anybody have their eyes on him, so he's been able to get away with a lot of stuff.
Mama, how are you supposed to get better if you're not working on it?
I'm trying. But like
Getting him to do boxing, I started to help him create a little bit more discipline and some more structures.
You want to know what's the final velocity and how much runway does the plane need in order to take off? So let's go ahead and find final velocity.
27.
Very good. 27. Positive 27, right?
Yes.
Ready. Exercise. 1, 2.
When I first came here, there's 3 of us here in Benedict's. People just start calling us by our last names because there's so many of us. Lema's my last name. I used to get in trouble all the time. I got a lot of help from my coach.
Don't square up, turn your body a little bit, there you go.
And I call him and I ask him like, what should I do? And he's always helping me out. I trust him because I know that he wants what's best for me as an athlete and as a student and as a person.
I'm always talking to my athletes about go to school, get good grades, pass your classes. That was one of the influences of me going to graduate school.
Lester Salvin also gave us the weaknesses of nonprofit organizations that make nonprofit organizations, as good as they are, unable to solve the social problems that they have set out to solve.
I'm going to Rutgers, Newark. I'm receiving a master's in American Studies. When I went through my infantry officer class, of 115 officers, there were only 3 African American ones. But one thing I like about Rutgers, Newark is just, as I look around the classroom, everybody's a different race and ethnicity. The kids pick on me, they're like, show me your report card. So when I was able to show them those A's, you know, it's really empowering for me, and I would like to think it's empowering for them.
That's what he was saying. When I asked him, when he came,
Do you not know how to use the thing?
You should be grateful, man.
He don't get snow out.
I know y'all don't get snow in Ghana, but come on, man.
Yo, just now I want my check after this.
That's not what you do. Use the other part first. Yeah, you should be on the bus anyway. All y'all are basically immigrants in this car.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are. Moses is from Haiti. John Paul's from outer space.
I'm Puerto Rico.
Mike, where you from? Ghana?
And you from Texas?
What do y'all think about all the rhetoric on Muslims?
That's
just gonna start. That's just gonna start
Why?
something.
Because let's say like African Muslims.
Right.
Trump, nobody really thinks about them when you mention Muslims. All what you think about is Middle Eastern, Pakistan, Afghanistan, all those Muslims. That's the problem.
What do y'all think about his ban on immigration?
He didn't ban it yet. It wasn't passed yet. Thank you very much.
See,
See, you don't know what you're talking about because it wasn't even passed yet. Clearly, the judge actually stopped it. Thank you very much for now.
Yeah.
See, I follow my politics.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And we expect kids, particularly in inner cities, to go out there and be ready for a job, and they're not. And then when they're not successful, we say, oh, it's the kids. And it's really not the kids. It was our job to teach them the skills to go out and be successful.
Hard work!
And so the idea of personal branding is to teach them how to look at themselves as a brand and how they would change a lot of their decisions and how they present themselves to the world. When y'all are done, I want you to come grab this wood.
We say we play chess, not checkers there. And we ask the kids to look deep 2, 3, 4 moves into the board, like hopefully they will look 2, 3, 4 moves into their career too. And Lemma has the capability of doing something like that.
I'm gonna be honest with you, you have the skills already. The only thing you're missing, and you gotta listen to me on this, is the mental part. Because you're a very negative person. Like,
Not only in the gym,
it's not, I know it's not in the gym. Like you don't give if you say negative things, then those things are gonna happen. So you gotta just say positive things. So don't say things like, I can't do this, or, you know, I'm tired, and, you know, just do it. Just shut up and just do it.
Like last year, boxing was just something that I enjoyed doing, but this year I really took off with it. You're gonna have people have your back. It's the same thing with the team. You're gonna have people to work out with you.
Let's go! Right
But once you're in the ring, everything's alone. It's just you and the other guy, you know? And it's the same thing in life. You're gonna have people helping you out, but when the time comes, you're gonna be alone, and there's not really gonna be anyone there to help you. You want tacos or you want fish?
Tacos. Everybody's trying to get me to get a new car. Why?
Because this car doesn't suit you. You wanna be. This is a kid's car, bro. I see 20-year-olds driving this car.
No, you don't. You don't see no 20-year-olds driving this.
This is a sports car. You want something that suits your
personality?
Yes. You're not a sporty guy. You gotta get something more mature. It's not a mature car. Your car tells a lot about who you are, and it's not telling about you.
This car says that's a man that knows what he wants in life.
No. The day you met Paris, bro, you were like a kid that day.
Whatever.
You were so cheesy the whole day. And he's like, hey man, met a girl. Funniest thing ever.
Lemma talks all this junk, but when Lemma had a girlfriend, he was ghost. Gone. He was off the radar. He wouldn't even answer the phone.
I never
Wouldn't return phone calls.
I don't have a girlfriend.
When he did, clear.
No, I was always single. I never had a girlfriend in my entire life.
Yeah.
You gotta be confident.
Whatever. That's why he likes to take the bus.
That's why Steadman didn't have a girl until now. You gotta be a man.
No.
You like,
Lemma hits on girls on the bus.
and what's the worst that's gonna happen? She's gonna say no. Then I talk to her best friend.
The day I take one female advice from you is the day I leave.
Steadman. When are you gonna learn? This is Jersey.
He's my team captain. He's my biggest helper. He's my proudest boxer. Lemma really confided to me a lot in terms of school and thinking about the future. He's a senior right now. He loves cooking. So once I found out he was a good chef, I was trying to help him out and say, hey, we should consider the culinary route. And now he really believes he can do the college route.
There you go. I made guacamole. Bet you didn't see that. Bet you didn't see that, Jay. And I made some. You can't make lettuce. I just cut the lettuce.
Tacos, pretty much.
Yeah, the shells are coming out right now. Peace.
All right, we're good. I'm gonna get Paris.
What's the schwave?
Get the tacos ready. They're done, and I'm gonna get Paris.
Why do you have a rubber oven mitt? I have 4 brothers and 8 sisters. I'm the only one that knows how to cook, though. Sadly.
Say grace.
No. This is your apartment. You say grace.
Paris, go ahead.
No. This is your apartment.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this food we're about to receive. May it nourish us throughout the rest of the evening. Thank you for having a great day of training. Amen.
Amen.
We're headed to Ironbound, where the gym's located. We're having our open house today, so. No. I thought it was gonna be like 2 people here. We decided to come together in October and create a program for the students and youth built around boxing and education. And it's just amazing for Gary and I to be able to show them this result. All these kids, they've been here with us thick and thin. So we really appreciate you guys believing in us, because at the end of the day, you're what it's all about. So thank you. Hands up. I want to be a lot more to me than just the coaching. If you've never seen anything different, then that's really all you know. It's part of teaching these guys the whole idea of ascending above everything and not placing limitations on yourself.